Hi and welcome to my channel. Today I'm just going to really be showing and discussing why the light rays cannot be parallel, as Bob the science guy, Dr. Bob, did a video showing the equinox and why he says it's parallel light rays. Well, anyway, I was discussing it with him this morning on Discord, and needless to say he didn't want to accept anything I brought, so I thought I'll do a practical demonstrations and show you why he's wrong. Okay, the first point was that magnifying glasses can only concentrate the light if the light is coming in parallel. He conceded straight away with that, which I was very surprised. So let's move on to the next point. The next point was him showing a sphere, and that apparently light rays from the sun come in parallel, and thus you have the same picture on a sphere as you do on the moon, as you see in this picture posted by NASA Shill. Well, I had to tell him I disagree with him because it's got to do with your location and your perspective. It changes with location. So let me show you what I mean. So Bob, this is the moon. I'm going to show you that you're talking bullshit, that it's always going to be the same as any ball. There's the ball, that's the moon, remember? Let's see if it's lit underneath like it is there. Oh, what do you know? It's not lighting up like the moon. Under. On top. Under. On top. You see, Bob, it's got to do with perspective and your location. And besides, you're assuming that the sun is lighting up the moon. This is just a 1 minute debunk, I would say, again to one of your 3 points. So Dr. Bob, are you going to address this, or are you just going to hand wave misses like everything you did this morning? And just to show it again, I'm showing you I've changed. You see, I've put it down lower. Look how it's coming from the top now, not the side anymore. Yeah, it's even changing. Because why? The angle towards the sun changes. So you can't come and call me dishonest and tell me I'm doing it wrong when I'm literally showing you with demonstration that you don't know what you're talking about, Bob. Okay, so we move on to his final point. This is a picture he gave me this morning. Apparently he says this is going behind a curve, and that's why you see the light rays like they do. Well, let me explain to you why that's not the case. The case is, yeah, I've highlighted where the sun is, even though he said that's not where the sun is, and I show the sunlight is underneath the lower clouds that he said it is not. So that already debunks his whole argument, saying that it doesn't show that. All this shows is this can only happen on a flat plane as the sun is moving towards or away, and that the light reaches the different parts due to your angle towards the light. This cannot happen if a physical block is in the way. I hope you understand that. And then so he posted this and said, look, it has to be behind a curve because it's lighting up only the bottom of the clouds, which I then proceed to tell him, no Bob, the light's even showing on the top of the clouds. Just because the mountain is blocking the light from hitting you doesn't mean the mountain is blocking the light from the clouds in the distance. This again is only for a flat earth. There again I mark where it's lit up, even on top just as underneath. The only difference is underneath it's catching more light due to your perspective angle towards the light source. So again, if it's physical blockage, you would not get the light on top and the bottom as we observe. And so we move on to me posting a video about how the sun has already set and showing where the light rays are hitting on the clouds. It doesn't seem like Bob really watched the video, so I posted these screenshots. This is the screenshot showing in a direction where the sun has set already behind the angle that is visible. That means where you see the light is hitting the clouds as expected on a flat surface. You wouldn't see this if the light was actually blocked by physical curve. Then I went and I turned around the camera 180 degrees to show you the light is still hitting the clouds behind us. So let me break it down for you. If there's a physical blockage of light, if you look 180 degrees behind you, the light should not be hitting anywhere near it because it's behind a physical blockage. The light would be going over it or not hitting it at all. Yeah, we literally see light still hitting somewhere after the sun has so-called set behind a curve. This can only happen on a flat surface as the light is moving away due to your angle towards the sun. And remember, everything has a limit, so you can't think that light is going to be infinitely moving through a medium and not stopping somewhere. Okay, and here I'm going to demonstrate on a flat surface how the sun actually sets. Mountain 1 is the sun moving the distance, and mountain 2 is the 180 degree behind your back as the observer. And as you can see, I've set it out. This is the sun above the actual so-called mountain, and as you will see, we're moving it in a distance. It's seeming to set due to your limited angle. If you understand, your angles are always limited due to the perspective, and due to the topography, you'll understand why light always has limits. This is a perfect demonstration of that, and I don't know how much more clearer I can make it. The light is still coming towards us, it's just the angle is limited and thus you can't see the sun. It's not going behind physical curvature, it's literally just limited angle. Yeah, I'm moving it closer again so we can see that the light is still moving. See, and I'm lifting it, I'm putting it there. Okay, you see as it's still set behind the mountain due to the limited angle. Now I'm going to go and turn the camera around. See there, it's behind that mountain, and thus we can still see the light above the mountain behind us, which should not be happening if it was a globe. Now we can see this because it's not actual physical blockage. You see how it's diminishing as it's going. It's not a physical block, wham, we don't see anything. It's literally, there we go, setting out as I'm moving the sun away in the distance. So thanks to the limited angle and limitations of light, this is what we observe in reality. And here I'm showing the globe model, and the tin is just going to represent the actual physical curve as the light is setting behind it. As you can see, it's blocking the actual light, so the mountain is not having any sunlight. Just raised it to show you there is the light behind the physical curvature. This is now demonstrating, you see it's behind the physical light. As it's going down because it's setting behind a physical curve. Where's the light? No light. This would be your night time. So let me quickly go and bring it back to where the sun is setting. Just lifted it to show it's still there, bringing it back. There we go, it's back to the sunset, so this should be physical light. Okay, let's turn around. Whoops. No light hitting. That's weird. Let's raise the light. Okay, we raised it and we set it. We raised it and we set it. Do you understand? Now, if the sun is already set, you're not going to have any light hitting the mountain behind you, and thus it's a flat earth.